Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to ATN Bangla. This is Shafiq with the news. First, the UP headlines. Nomination papers rejected candidates appealing at the Election Commission. EC does not want to be stigmatized by holding questionable election, says Election Commissioner Mahbub Talukdar. Nomination papers of heavyweight BNP candidates rejected to hold unilateral election, alleges Rizvi. Awami League does not want to hold controversial election, says Obadul Qadir. And although quota has been scrapped, guidelines for the deprived, including the disabled, is being formulated for government jobs, says the Prime Minister. Now on to the details. Nomination papers of those whose candidatures have been rejected are appealing at the Election Commission. 22, including newly joined BNP leader Ghulam Maulana Roni, have appealed to the Election Commission so far. These appeals will be disposed of within 8th of December. All the 3 nominations of BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia have been rejected as she was convicted in corruption case. Besides this, 786 nomination papers have been rejected for loan default and bill default. The notable among them are BNP leader and former minister Morshed Khan, the outgoing Jatiyo Party Secretary General Ruhul Amin Hauladar, and chairman of Krishak Shromik Janota League Bongobir Kader Siddiqui. Election Commissioner Mahbub Talukdar has said the EC does not want to be stigmatized by holding questionable election. He said this while inaugurating a training course for the election officials this morning. He also said the Commission wants to present the people of the country a free and fair election to restore the glorious history of the Election Commission. He therefore advised the presiding officers to discharge their duties, abiding by the Election Code of Conduct and stopping all irregularities during polling. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi has alleged that nomination papers of heavyweight BNP candidates have been rejected to implement the plan of holding a unilateral election. He further alleged at a news conference at the BNP Central Office that the candidature of many Awami League candidates who were convicted and loan defaulters have not been rejected to make the election field vacant. It proves that the Election Commission is working as per the government's blueprint. Awami League General Secretary Obadul Qadir has urged BNP not to boycott the election. He said Awami League does not want to hold unilateral and controversial election in any way. Addressing a press conference at the party president's Sanmundi office, Obadul Qadir said that many heavyweight candidates' nomination papers have been rejected as they violated the Election Commission's law and the government has nothing to do in this matter. He said the government wants to hold a participatory election and for this, the Election Commission is working to hold a credible election. Jatiyo Party Presidium member Moshur Rahman Ranga has been given responsibility of the party Secretary General. This was revealed in a press release signed by the party chairman H.M. Ershad. However, there is no explanation in the press release why the change has made. State Minister for LGRD Ranga has replaced Ruhul Amin Hauladar. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said a separate policy guideline is being formulated for the underprivileged people, including persons with disabilities and small ethnic groups in government jobs, despite scrapping of quota in government service. She said this at a program marking the International Day of Persons with Disabilities and National Disabled Day 2018 in Dhaka. She informed that steps have also been taken so that about 16 lakh disabled people of the country can live in the society with dignity. Now news from abroad. 4 senior figures behind efforts to limit climate change have warned that the planet is at a crossroads as key talks opened a day early in Poland. In a rare move, 4 former presidents of the United Nations sponsored talks called for decisive action. The meeting in Katowice is the most critical on climate change since the 2015 Paris Agreement. Experts say that drastic cuts in emissions will be needed if the world is to reach targets agreed in Paris. Negotiators at the COP24 conference convened a day early because they are under pressure to make progress. Meanwhile, the World Bank has announced $200 billion in funding over 5 years to support countries taking action against climate change. And that is the end of this bulletin. To view ATN Bangla News, browse www.youtube.com/ATNTubeNews. Subscribe and remain with ATN Bangla. Allah Hafiz.